Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. And this has been a long time coming. Actually, I was a little late. I was actually a lot late. I haven't streamed in like a while, and I was hoping to stream. So here I am. We are playing Sherlock Holmes. Pretty fun, pretty chill. No tension at all. I'll quickly open up my stream just in case. Just in case anyone decides to come up and say hi. So here we are. Just in case anyone decides to come up and say hi. Anyone decides to come up. Okay. So we are here. We are here. Let's start a new game. Oh, what? Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. In memory of the Ukrainian heavenly hunt. I thought this was in Russian. Frogwares presents. Okay. Crimes and punishments. Cuckoo. Can I skip this? I don't need to see this. Starting Sherlock Holmes. They didn't even give the name. This is Sherlock Holmes and John Watson. I know all this. I've seen the series. Waiting for the next season, I guess. I don't even know which season they are going to film next. Is it 4th or 5th? Was it 4th or 5th? I don't know. The fate of Black Peter. Each time you complete an observation of a person, a brief summary appears on the character portrait saved on okay. Deduction space icon appears each time you find a new clue. Okay. So, this actually acts out like a Sherlock Holmes game. You have to do deductions, you have to, sort of, how do I put this? You have to decode things. Let's just say that. You have to do the decoding and stuff. So that is always going to be there. Which is crazy, which is sweet, which is crazy, which is amazing. Amazing. Yeah. This is John Watson. That's Sherlock Holmes, for those who didn't know.
Holmes.
Yeah, I have to navigate him towards this sofa in order to take cover, then this table. Point and click adventure at times, but usually a good one. Take behind Sherlock to stop him from shooting, because I don't know how many bullets he's going to shoot from that revolver. It's supposed to be 6, but if it's more than that, no one knows.
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet please. I'm trying to concentrate.
So this is your deduction.
What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector.
I know what the Lestrade was thinking, like, Lestrade, you. That's not you, bro.
Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
So no one's coming with me?
I shall go alone then.
Okay. No one's coming with me, okay. Guess I'm the lone wolf now. 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Okay. So, we are going to be a little Gucci here. 1 second. Okay. So tab, open the casebook and check your current progress in the investigation. Task evidence, we already checked that. Okay. Investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Harry. How do you pronounce it? Carey. Harry. Inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lee. Select a suit to wear using a personal wardrobe and join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee. Inspector Lestrade pays a visit to Baker Street, where he relates to Holmes the grotesque affair that involved the former captain known as Black Peter. Okay. What are these? Want my attention, huh? Oh, that's Woodman's Lee. That's Baker Street. That's where I live. Evidence profile of the victim, Peter Carey. He looks more like a, how should I say it? What is the word I'm looking for? Suspect, yeah. He looks more like the suspect. So 50 years old, okay. Wait, if he's 50 years old, then that means this is 1895. Right? This is 1895. This is the year 1895. There we go, our first ever deduction. This year is 1895. I made it. He achieved great success in whale hunting in Scandinavia, retired in 1884, eventually moving to... Wait, is it 1895? 1895. Okay, never mind. Eventually moving to Woodman's Lee. So I know which year this is, because I'm smart. And my task, this is where I have to go.
Yet. I am not finished here.
What do I have to do, bro? Hey, look at that, a punching bag. I didn't know he had a punching bag.
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Okay, I mean...
You go along to
Oh
Peter
yeah,
Carey's
that's how you talk.
Mrs. Hudson
Just press
and I will
left
take
click.
care of the mess you've made.
Okay, F1 for help. Okay. So in order to switch from third person. That's how you do it.
Oh, what a mess! What a
Terrible mess. This is my room. Oh, that wasn't my room. This is my room. This is my makeup table. This is what I do when I have time. Wardrobe. Oh yeah, I need better clothes. Morning gown, tailor outfit, unbuttoned suit, casual suit, black suit, brown suit, green suit, grey suit, white suit. Let's wear a light one. Just wear a light one. Just banded. Okay, makes sense. I think this is it, right? This is it, right? We are done. Take me to Woodman's Lee. Quick. You don't want my attention on any new cases, right? 221B. Oh, that's... What? Why do you have my log? Why do you have my dialogue log? Nice. You shouldn't have that, by the way. Okay, we stopped. Are you trying to say that it removes all the dialogue that happened? All the conversation that
Mr.
happened?
Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Oh, that's crazy. So Lestrade is more of a wimp in this one compared to the series. Lestrade isn't at all like the...
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Yeah, the garden was... Okay, never mind. What I was saying, Lestrade seems to be a little more wimpy in this one compared to the series where Lestrade was like a character that established himself. Here, he just seems like someone who is like helpless, who needs my help every single time.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr.
Okay.
Sherlock
She's
Holmes,
worried about moving the body.
detective.
Okay.
No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
What?
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
How can you say condolences? That's not you, Mr. Holmes. Anything unusual that night? When was the body found? Is there a gardener? Yeah, let's
The
just
garden
see
is
is there a
very
gardener.
large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Okay, so that's a clue. Remember that. His husband did all the gardening work, and it was pretty much the hardest thing. Anything unusual that night? When was the body found? These are useless. We don't need them.
मम्मा नया बैग खोलेंगे इसी में से दे दूं
Cameo necklace.
बीच का पेपर लेना बीच का पेपर
Catholic rosary.
नहीं खाएगा क्या हैं एक ही
Gardening
चाहिए या
gloves.
दो
Gardening gloves? That's weird. Yesterday. Okay, we are missing something. We are definitely missing something. The hat. He doesn't seem faded by her husband's death, so that's concerning. 3 gardening gloves. Birdhouse. Character portrait complete. Anything unusual. Everything will become easier. Anything unusual.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream, but I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around
In the
7
morning, at around 7
I
o'clock, I
noticed
noticed that the
the
cabin door was open,
open,
but I didn't go in
but I
and take a look, for I knew that my husband would
My
be.
husband would not have liked it.
Hey,
At 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
okay, character portrait
Thank you, madam.
complete. So, Judy is from the country somewhere near the ancient pines of Ironess and Studsbury in Scotland, where the crested dead bird can be found. He is religious and undertook a St. James Way pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela, when she was a young woman. She was a woman. Jerry is with an easy life due to her unhappy marriage with Peter. That was obvious. That was pretty much obvious. She is very religious, Christian Catholic woman, which is also obvious. Who took under this? I didn't know. The pilgrimage thing, I don't know about that. I think from the cameo or something, you get that. Well kept garden. Okay. The capable gardener. So capable gardener works here. Capable gardener. She says it's his husband. It's her husband, so yeah. She says it's her husband. So yeah. Can I go in?
Mr. Holmes?
Okay, that's your job. Okay, that's what you do. You just tell me my names. Name. You just tell me my name. Okay, let's investigate this cabin.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. This is our first case.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Oh. Wow. Someone has tried to force it. Concentrate your attention to finding details that are inclined to overlook.
These scratches are fresh.
Scratches are fresh. That leads me to one
You're
question.
right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Makes sense. He didn't have the right tool. So can I still open the door, or do I have to wait for you to open the door? Okay, so the door opens. We know there was someone. Okay. Reduction.
What a terrible way to die.
So he must have got into a fight, because looking at the position he's in, there's a knife. Knife is probably by him. I don't think the knife belongs to the suspect. This knife definitely belongs to the guy who. I'm sorry. This knife definitely belongs to this guy, because he was trying to defend himself. He's in a position to fight. So, yeah, right. Yeah, let's look at the body first. That's the first thing that we're going to do. Examine Peter's body. Corpse. Examine corpse. Pierce chest.
Fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense.
That is a good point. The force of the blow was actually immense.
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
Oh, is he? Does he?
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Oh, yes, fully dressed. That's what it looks like when you're fully dressed. So, the murderer is someone he knew. Someone he was going to meet.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense.
Yeah, okay. Pool of blood. What is there in the pool of blood? The knife. Rotate the object in any direction to examine it thoroughly.
This wooden handle is plain and solid.
See, it belongs to him. The crest on this thing. Okay, you can only move it this direction.
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Quick reductions. Fastest reduction possible. Rotate the object in any direction to examine it thoroughly.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
JHN. JHN. That's Peter Carey. That's not JHN. What's his wife's name?
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Oh, can I open the notebook? I need to open the notebook.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Is it like a big scheme, or this is the first case I have to solve? I feel like it's a big scheme or something. Find a pair of related clues and they will form a collection. Red color signifies an unachievable clue company. Okay, notebook. Draw a clear picture of the crime by forming your deductions. The combination of clues. Track down the guilty party. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will. Okay. I didn't get anything.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Okay, that was something I didn't understand what happened there, but okay. Deductions. I have to make deductions. Select a suit to wear using a person. Okay, this I did. Investigate the murder, inspect the crime scene at Woodmansley, organize an ambush with Lestrade. The mysterious monitor might return tonight to finish what he has planned. Okay. That we can do. But first, I examined everything. Oh,
Peter
yeah.
Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
This is a harpoon, that's why it has so much power. Oh, this is a
The
harpoon.
murder weapon was probably taken from this rack.
Can you do fingerprint thingy?
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
Okay, so that is actually a definitely useful clue because he's size 8.
Navigation instruments, nothing interesting.
I mean, if he knows the body index ratio, then I don't. Then he must be a god.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Oh, reduction. Suspiciously empty space. Outline in the dust. Outline in
This
the...
place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf.
Ah.
Object was taken from here. It was larger than a book, a box or a small chest, perhaps.
What does it have to? Okay. So something was taken from here, but he still wanted to come back to see. I think he was looking for the key or something. The box.
Hammerfest.
Fast. Fast time.
Dundee. It's a whaling map.
Fast Dundee. It's a whaling map. Okay, makes sense. Okay.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Okay, Peter Carey was the captain of the ship. The outline in the dust, one of the carry shells, box, perhaps. Yeah, whatever. So, perhaps that's perhaps. Find a use. How do I find a use for that? Woodmansley, dialogues. Okay, I don't need that. To find a use for the boots. I need to find a use for the boots. How do I do that, bro?
Someone drank from this glass recently. Rum, a sailor's drink. It seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Was he enjoying the drink with some? Rotate. Oh,
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
this is Peter Carey.
This aroma is familiar, but to
Recognize
recognize it,
it, I must
must construct my associations in one picture.
Rotate and remove the elements you found. Okay. That forms a clear picture. This actually forms a clear picture. Yeah. Hey, wait, I made a clear picture, then what happened? Something happened. Okay, so this is actually, I don't know, don't get it, what I'm trying to do. What am I trying to do again, bro? Tobacco leaf can only move in horizontal direction, and this is on the vertical direction. So yeah, so that makes a lot more. Tobacco leaf is here. Okay. Where do I keep it? Tobacco leaf is doing great. Tobacco leaf is doing great. This part right here. Clear picture. What do I do? This is a better position for this thingy. This. What do I have to do for this, bro? I think I found a good picture. I can see the thingy. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting anything. What am I trying to do? See, this is actually perfect way. This fits like left, but I cannot move anything else from this way up. The thing that I can do is move this, which moves the whole thing. It moves the whole thing. If I put it like this, even though it is this, that's a good one, right? That's right. That's probably right. Actually, it's all awesome. Then you have to that is perfect, bro. That is perfect. Where do I keep this? Over here. So that's it. That's a clear picture. That's what we're looking at. Oh no, we are looking at this. This is a more clear picture. Oh, this is a clear picture.
खाना खाना है अजय आदित्य
Got it.
आदित्य
This is the most clear picture there. And so I feel like we're trying to solve a puzzle that cannot be solved.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
Coarse tobacco. Okay, now I know how to do that.
The Sea Unicorn. She was
Use
the
this
ship
shape.
Peter Carey commanded.
Do I need to examine anything?
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
I have to prepare an ambush. To prepare an ambush.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Okay. Makes sense. I couldn't deduce anything. Okay. Stone pathway, land, tender on some footprints. Okay.
These boots don't
Cannot match the footprints. It must be that guy.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Ah, so that's the use of the footprint. Dialogue: a tobacco pouch made from a seed skin. Okay. So we can probably talk about this to the lady. What is this? Okay. Oh yeah, we have to talk to the lady. Inspect Woodman's Lee completed. Run like this. Go to the lady. Peter's private papers. Was Peter a smoker? Did he have visitors? We went to everything. Was Peter a smoker?
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
So he was a smoker. He hadn't smoked in a very long
Your
time because
husband's
she
private
didn't know
papers.
about it.
Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. We lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Okay.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Choose the evidence that confirms the statements of a character in order to continue the investigation. Pilgrimage, outline in the dust. Pilgrimage.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
How extraordinary. Oh, wow. That is amazing. I didn't do
Can you
that.
please tell me what occurred?
I
on
thought
the
that
day
was
of the murder?
insignificant.
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam. So, I think we have done everything. We did all the investigation with the boots, tobacco pouch, the property papers. Private papers or property papers? What did you say? Did you say private or property papers? I don't know. So, we are still in the dark with that. We cannot go in. But we can go to this place. This is actually a nice place. I'm not going to lie. It's actually a pretty nice place. Pretty cozy and warm, comfortable place to spend your life.
These
Footprints.
footprints appear to be quite large.
How about we confront the intruder, the one who's trying to break in, and try to match his footprints? Or the footprints appear to be quite large, right? So, do we have any boots over here? Do we have boots here? lady. Oh lady. Are there boots anywhere that I can use? Are there boots? So of course you can confront the policeman. That's the first thing I would do. Not going to lie. That's the first thing that I'll do. Chest has nothing for us. The boots. There's a chair. That's a what do you call it? Shield. Ship's log. We don't go there. Map. Okay, so
Mr. Holmes?
we are trying to look for. I guess we are trying to look for.
This window is locked from the inside. I do not see any attempt at a break-in.
Because we cannot go there. Oh, we can go there now.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Oh wow, this is the hiding place. Nice. That's what we were looking for. Didn't even know about it. The fate of Black Peter. Continue. Oh, so we are waiting for someone to make the break-in attempt. I hope it's not Watson, because I have a feeling that it's going to be Watson. If it's Watson, I'm going to whoop his ass so bad that he's going to remember it.
Shh. Did you hear that?
But this is a young lad. I don't think he's a suspect, though. I mean,
Listen,
culprit.
there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
That's a
All
mad
right, my
lad.
fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
He's innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
That's the thing, right? Young people don't have any intention to kill. Intent. They don't have intent. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for intent, which I'm not getting. And that's the thing, right? You are looking for an intent. You are looking for a purpose. You're looking for why. Why whatever happened would happen. So kind of these gentlemen to guide me to the investigation room, and the camera angles to do the same for me. And I cannot get enough. Sorry, right? This is where I get off to John Nelligan. Very nice. First we do character profiling, because that is important, I guess. A shabby cap he has. We go forward, not backward. Patch. Expensive fabric. What? This is expensive fabric and there's a patch here? That's contradictory. Elaborate buttons. The buttons are elaborate. Short sleeves, bruised calluses. Callus are, I think, formed from only, I guess, scars. In neck. In neck.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
He's confident. That's what I
The
like.
sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I'm innocent.
Reduction. Okay. Swift action, spin to the wall. Peter Carey was a non-smoker. Are we going with that? Elegance notebook. Elegance notebook. Yeah, right. Pin to the wall, swift actions. What is this about? You need to find out whether an unskilled and untrained man could use a harpoon well enough to kill by fully piercing a body. Right?
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
So, swift actions and that harpoon thingy. Swift actions. Untrained and unskilled man. So, we are looking for a skilled man. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Makes somewhat sense, I think, I guess. My ears are all itchy, bro. Smelling
These
gun.
are the suspect's belongings. And partner, 1883. From R. Dawson. To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before.
Perhaps my archive was the answer.
Compose the answer.
Okay, so we got something from there.
A handkerchief with the initials JHN. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
The JHN is probably the guy, the notebook.
Found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
I need to go to Baker Street first, ask Watson to recreate an incident that I'd like to. Open deduction. Task experiment required. Okay. Reading notebook. What do I do? Space, please. Missing tin box. Break-in attempts. Pin to the wall. No gardener. No gardener. Peter Carey was a non-smoker. So that's how you do it. Nice. I like it. Yeah, I knew it. Because I've done everything. I know. One way to know. Give it a- Okay, so we are going to create a recreation and then we are going to leave because we have to. Hey, doggo.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
But this is what we are looking at. Come on, man.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend.
Neither do I.
You're closest to man, morphologically, I mean.
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
But
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
you see, that's where we're getting at. But I need to get my advanced study first because
This is where I keep my post.
R. Dawson, we have to look at R. Dawson. R. Dawson, First Electric, Railway Opens, not newspapers, encyclopedias. But don't tell me, do I have to look at everything? Seriously? Do I have to look at everything? Oh, this is crazy.
That is not the one. That is not the one I need.
Heavy gold ring with the inscription R. Dawson to my friend and partner. Oh, it said Dawson. Didn't say it, my bad. The Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain and its bankruptcy was the second largest on the record. The liquidation of the company is a pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht preparing for departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted both by police and his creditors. Joshua Nelligan, sorry. Decrease your voice by 10% and increase game sound by 10%. 10%.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand.
आऊंगा Okay.
That young man's
Let's go.
story.
अब सही है ना?
I'm still unclear as
अब
to
सुनाई दे रहा
what
होगा.
connects him with the
You can
murder.
hear it properly, I guess.
Time to ask him.
Game sound और बनाने का. जा रहा हूँ मैं, थोड़ी देर में जा रहा हूँ, बस एक एक्सपेरिमेंट करना है. We are going to perform an experiment, then we are going back. Okay, experiment करेंगे Whitechapel Butcher. We are going to do an experiment with the Whitechapel Butcher and find a harpoon for the experiment. First, we have to go to Woodmansley. We will find the harpoon. We'll take the harpoon. Okay. We'll take the harpoon and we'll try to impale a pig, carcass of a pig, for the faint-hearted. That's why we are going to use the carcass of a pig and not a living pig. What is this? We got something here. Death on your ass. Death on your ass. Calling. Hypermodeling. I need to talk to hypermodeling in order to teach me. Okay.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
I'm ready for the experiment. Experimente. John Nelligan seems to be an unusual thief. What is his role in all? Yeah, right. Let's go to Whitechapel Butcher. Here we are at the Whitechapel Butcher. Okay, so this is the carcass of a pig that we are going to impale using Watson. Come on, Watson, do it.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
How do I throw?
Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as hard as you can.
Okay, so you press the left click and you do that. Okay. That was a good one, right? I impaled everything.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes.
Background play कैसे बंद करते हैं? Background play मतलब?
Right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
What do you mean by background कैसे बंद करते हैं?
Of course.
Yeah, deductions. Missing no gardener, Peter Gary, a non-smoker, strength at requirement, into the world. It requires a much greater strength than that of an average man to be able to pierce a man's chest with a harpoon all the way through the wall. A degree of skill would most likely be necessary. Two men in cooperation might achieve the same result. There is a remote possibility that an unskilled and untrained man could manage to hit the wall with a harpoon. I don't think it was lucky. इधर बंद कर दे उसको. Background task close कर दे. No, let's not go with the lucky throw. Let's go with the feat of strength. Because that's what you're looking at. Missing 10 balls, waiting attempts, Peter Carey, a non-smoker. That's not going to help any of us. Let's go with the feat of strength. Okay. Can we take this? No, we cannot. Let's keep moving. Okay. Now, what do we do? What's our objective now? So where do we go now? Where do we go from here? We cannot obviously investigate all this because this is just not the place to investigate anything. But we can open the door and go to Baker Street, Scotland Yard, Woodmansley. We can probably go to Woodmansley and understand what is going on. Directions. So I guess that will be all. For this stream. Right. There's nothing for me to do here. The bloodstain is still there. And it's always good to come back at the investigation place in order to find stuff that you forgot. But that's something that mediocre detectives do. I'm not a mediocre. I'm the best out there. The best. Okay, anyways, that will be the end of the stream. Gotta go. Gotta eat. Very hungry. Sure.